Que lo que? Man, what is good? It is Ronan the Traveler. Look, man, a couple of brothers sent me this video from International Passport and wanted to know what I thought about it. You had a guy say he's a Dominican, but he lives in New York or something, saying that the Dominican women are playing the passport bros. You cannot find a good woman nowhere in the Dominican Republic. And the guys wanted to know what I thought about it. What I think about it is BS, but everybody got their own opinion. First thing, you know, Passport Bros is a catchy title. I've been down with that group for a long time. Before that, Black Men Travel. And I know that these men are too smart to fall for games, especially if you've been doing it. Now, do new dudes get hit on some games? Yes, and it's easy to happen. But if you vet any woman, I don't care where you at in the world, you vet her right, you won't have any problems. But what the guy was saying is that nowhere on the whole island, even though he's married to a Dominican himself, there you cannot find a good woman. At least from the video I watched. I only watched the one that was like 8 minutes. I didn't watch the whole big one or whatever. But many people was asking me about it. Man, what do you think about it? I think it's BS. You can find a good woman anywhere, even in the United States if you want. You know, you can find a person, but it's about what you want to deal with. So when you have problems here in the DR, if you just coming, and you know me, man, I tell everybody the truth. I've told you guys from the jump, the good, the bad, the ugly. So that's one of my first videos about the DR, about coming. I told you those women you're gonna meet, and I always talk about it. And I tell men, take your time, have your fun. But you got to watch who you listen to, because people who come over sometimes, they only go to one spot, Pedro Clisante. And Pedro Clisante is fun, but it doesn't represent the whole DR. Pedro Clisante don't even represent the whole Sosua. You know what I'm saying? Sosua in his own, by me living on the outskirts most of the time, and you're listening to a person that stays here at least 65% of the time. So I know now a lot about the DR. I've lived in Santo Domingo. I've had time in Santiago, Puerto Plata, all over, all kind of little towns I can't even pronounce. And I'm gonna tell you, man, they have great women here. They do. They have some excellent women who will take care of you, and I've met plenty of them. I was the bad person, not them. So I'm telling you, you can definitely find a good woman. And I'm gonna tell you, most dudes, what we would call passport bros, are seasoned travelers. And I met these same kind of women in Mexico, met them in the United States. You will meet the same thing. Women wanting money from you. You will meet those kind, but you also gonna find women who will take great care of you. And what the guy kind of was saying too was, you know, at least in the United States, you have a woman that can help you pay bills. I don't want a woman to help me pay shit, because you got to hear it. Just what I want her to do is go make me a sandwich. That's what I want her to go do. I wanted a person who would do her role and I do my role, and I'm okay with paying the bills. I have no problem with that. That's done. But I don't want a feminist. These are the things that the guys miss. Passport bros are against feminism. When you're hearing the brothers say they want something traditional, that's what we're talking about. And look, it's simple steps that you could do anywhere that you at. I'll drop a few of them, man. Listen, I'll talk about these steps, man. Observe their actions. Any woman you're dealing with, pay attention to their actions and behavior, because actions speak louder than words. Watch what she do, but watch what she does, man. Watch every little thing. Watch if she keeps begging you for money, you know what kind of time she's on. But listen, if you're in the United States and she's over here, and I don't know what you're promising her, but you just gotta keep it real. And a real chick not gonna try to bleed your pockets. She might ask you for something every now and then. And look, real men know women gonna ask you for stuff, but is she trying to bleed your pockets? Does she have a job? Where does she work at? How's she getting her money? Is she educated? These are questions that you got to do, man. Next thing, man, you want to take it slow, man. You want to avoid rushing into relationships, man. Allow time and trust to evolve naturally, man. Let this stuff develop over time, man. Look, every time, just another one, every time you with her, analyze their, all the interactions you have, man. You analyze them. Observe how they interact with others. Observe how people, and you could look, people will let you know what kind of time this woman on, man. That's why you need to network. That's why when you come to different places, like let's say brothers traveling to Santo Domingo for the first time, man, after a while, man, meet people, man. Get to interacting with the culture, know people. Dudes and even women will hip you to certain things in the culture. Believe me, you will know what kind of woman that is quick. If dudes fall for that elementary school game, a lot of these women will play over here, man. You need to be got, because you're going to be able to see it clear as day. You're going to be able to see it, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, I met one before who was a gold digger. I knew it in 3 minutes that she was just from talking to her. But I wanted to hit, so I played along with her. So I got that. I got the draws down, and I was out. So that's how I look at that, man. You know who you're dealing with, man. Analyze them. Look, at the same thing, man. Gauge their interest. Just look at it. You can see really quick if a woman has a genuine interest in you, in your life, your passions, your well-being. You can do that very quick just from having a conversation with her. And look, if this woman trying to rush you into a relationship where some of them will, definitely there's a red flag. Take your time. Again, take your time, man. Next thing, man, ensure that the effort and attention you invest in a relationship is reciprocated by her, man. If you don't look, and let me tell you, this is what I've learned, man. I never give them my all. I just give them something and they give me something. I believe in the barter system. Look, mama, I'm gonna do things for you, you do things for me, and we're gonna look out for it. That's how my relationship works. I pay the bills, I do this, she take care of everything else. I don't have no problem with that woman. And if tomorrow I found out that she wasn't who she say she was, I would just leave. It's no hard feelings. To me, relationships are business, they business arrangements. That's how I look at all of them, That's how I look at it. It's me personally. So the worst things that have ever happened to me in relationships happened to me in the United States. So next thing, man, you got to make sure she's consistent. Check their words and their actions, consistency over time. I'm telling you, this will indicate everything that you need to do. And next thing, man, discuss future goals. This will tell you things too, man. Have real conversations with these women, man. If you can't speak the language, man, you pull that translate out, and sometimes translate messes up things, but try your best to start learning the language where y'all can really have a connection and you can see what's the future goals, man. And look, one thing, man, trust your intuition. Your gut feeling will tell. My gut feeling have told me many things, and every time I didn't listen to it, I got kicked in the balls, man. These are real things to look out for. And I'm telling you something, man. Don't let people who don't live on the island, because you see this I'm telling you, it happens every couple of years. You remember the girl came out and she was like, yeah, passport bros are stupid, they're playing them. One of my cousins in Dominican Republic says, all you got to do is act like you like them and they give you some money. You start to hear these things over and over again, like men are stupid. Look, most of the dudes traveling, they're older, they've been through things. These guys are not stupid, man. They're not stupid. And they have people they can listen. They can listen to all these channels. And you didn't have these channels when guys first start traveling. Now you got a lot of these channels, man. Guys giving you the game. So you just need to vet. So, and guys say, well, look, how do I find a good one? Stop looking for her. She will find you. The best women I have ever met here on the island found me. I didn't find them. I had situations in banks, stores, malls, but I had started learning the language. Learn the language. These things will help you. I think one of the most important things for somebody to do is to start making the steps to learn the language. I don't care if you're taking Duolingo, whatever you're doing, start learning basic Spanish. These things will help you. And don't be in a rush for love, man. Save yourself from the United States. Work on your own self. You come over here, have a good time, let your wolf howl a little bit, and you will eventually find you a good one to settle down with, man. So what the brother talking about in New York is BS. And that might be, he said, yeah, I know Dominican. What city they was in? Where were they going? Who were they talking to? Did you vet the woman? There's so many other questions that you have to ask for stuff like this. But can you get got? Yes, you can get got. You can get got anywhere in the world. I told you, a woman got me in the United States so bad. And I remember, man, when I had to go to child support court, one of the realest things my worker told me, this woman was an asshole, treated me bad, my child support worker. And I'm telling all the things, they had me paying like $2,200 a month. It was a lot of money. I didn't really have it. And I talked to her. She stopped me and said, you should have known this before. She said, this is your fault. You should have known this before you got that woman pregnant. And I was like, it takes two to tango, but she said, you chose her. And you know what? I did choose her. And I took responsibility. When she said that, I never start talking about that again. I just fixed it. So same thing. If you get burned by any woman, we got to remember something, man. You chose her. So vet these women right. If they, let me tell you something, man. Whether it's, she gonna give you signs, man. You're gonna see, man. There's a snake. You feel like there's a snake in the woodpile? Treat it as such, man. But I just wanted to just touch on that, man. And shout out to the Blue Book Cartel. Shout out to Passport Bros, man. We are in here and we winning, man. Stay doing your thing. We out.